Kyle, I want to tell you what my roommate said to me.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he said that he's looking for a new apartment.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when he said that, I thought, maybe I need to think about moving out.
Well, he's gonna move out to get a new apartment.
Yeah.
Or maybe you need to find a new
roommate. Yeah. The thing I didn't tell you, what I haven't said, is that the apartment is in his name.
Oh.
He's the one on the lease. So I don't know what that says for me, for the future. But I think I need to find another apartment.
Well, have you said anything to him about it?
Well, I didn't really say much at the time. I didn't say anything. I just said, okay, because he said it sort of in passing.
Right.
He said it in passing. Oh, yeah, well, I said, how was your day? And he said, oh, good, it was busy. I'm looking at apartments. And so I said, oh, interesting. But I didn't really say much else because he didn't really open the door he didn't say enough for me to...
Right.
He didn't give me any room to say anything, you know?
So he just kind of said it in passing. He didn't say it in great detail.
Exactly.
He didn't say much.
He didn't say much. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of looking around and I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to continue to live with a roommate or if I'd like to live maybe on my own.
Yeah.
So these are some things I guess I've got to think about. I'm gonna see what's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, my brother said something to me the other day.
He said something.
He did. He said something interesting.
Really?
He said that he was kind of having some problems in his job, and he said that he was thinking about quitting.
Okay, a lot of people have been saying that they're having trouble at work. A lot of people are saying this.
He says that he doesn't like the city he's in.
Okay.
And he says that the job is boring.
All right.
And he says that the money's okay, but it's like I've always said, money's not everything.
It isn't. Money isn't everything. And
who says that's the most important thing in life?
Yeah, and if most of the things he's saying about his job are negative, and the only positive thing he can say about the job is the money, then it sounds like it's not worth it.
Yeah, if all you care about is money, that's really saying something about your priorities.
It says a lot about a person if the only thing that matters is money. Yeah. It does. It says a lot about a person. Yeah, definitely. So anyway, yeah. Well, did you say anything interesting yesterday to anybody?
I said to him after he told me that, I said to him, look, you should consider, consider your options. Look at maybe some other jobs and.
But you didn't say quit your job.
No, I would never say something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say things that are going to influence him to maybe make a bad decision.
Right.
I don't want to say negative things. I always try to say positive things to
Yeah.
people. You know what I mean?
And
do you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying. And if you said something like, you should quit your job, if you said something impulsive like that, maybe he would quit his job and then he would blame you for having said it. Yeah. Well, I doubt your brother would blame you because from what I've heard, he doesn't sound like that type of a guy. But yeah, I think you have to be careful with what you say to people when they're in a vulnerable situation.
Yeah. My brother, I try to say responsible things.
Right.
I try to say encouraging things.
Yeah.
And he says that he trusts me. And if he says that he trusts me, and if he does trust me, then I want to keep that trust.
Of course. Now, have you ever said something that you've regretted? Have you ever said something you regret?
Of course. I mean, if I said to you now that I've never said anything I regretted, I'd be a liar.
You'd be a liar. Yeah.
And
I think we all say things.
We've all said things that we regret.
Yeah. And we say things and we wish we could take them back.
Yeah, it's
that's the worst part.
In the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
And then you have to go and say, "Look, I'm sorry I said that."
Yeah, I didn't mean it.
I didn't mean to say that. Those things that I said.
And the worst thing is once you say something, even though you want to take it back, you can't take it back. Once you say it, it's out there. It's in the air. Yeah. And what's said has been said. Yeah, and you can't take it back. Now, do you usually say sorry in that situation?
I do.
When's the last time you said sorry?
Well, I think I say sorry a lot. Like if I bump into someone, I say, "Oh, sorry."
Right.
But I think you mean saying sorry as in really saying, I regret what I did or I regret what I said.
Right.
And now I'm here to say sorry.
To say sorry, exactly, yeah. When was the last time you've said sorry like that? Or can you think of the last time you've said sorry that you said something that you didn't mean?
I had to say I was sorry to one of my colleagues.
Ah, okay.
To Alberto.
Oh, to Alberto. You had to say you were sorry. Oh, but I'm sure Alberto took it well. Yeah.
Because I took his books one day. I took a bunch of his books. I needed them.
Right.
For
and
something related to work. I was in a rush and I took them.
Yeah.
And then the next thing I know, I was at home and I realized I still had the books. It was a mistake. I forgot it.
Right.
So I went in the following day and he said, yeah, I was trying to do my radio show and I didn't have my books.
Right.
And he said, Kyle,
what happened?
What happened? Where are my books? And I said, well, look, I took them home. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I said I'm sorry, and he said that
sorry.
he was glad that I had said that I was sorry.
Of course. People usually appreciate that.
I mean, what else can you say? There's really nothing more to say.
At that point, there's nothing else to say. And it's really not a big deal in that situation, you know? I'm trying to think of the last time I said I was sorry. And I'm not sure. I honestly, I can't. I mean, as you said, I've said sorry in the metro, maybe. I've said sorry.
Are you saying that you're not very apologetic? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. Because I do say sorry a lot. And it's not difficult for me to say sorry. When I do something wrong, in fact, I tend to say sorry. Maybe the last time I said sorry was when I was in Colorado. I thought that I had said something to my dad that maybe had upset him or had hurt his feelings. And so I said, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean that. And he said to me, oh, Allie, come on. He said, I'm very thin-skinned. Do you say that is that's in English?
Thin-skinned, meaning he gets offended easily?
Easily, yeah. The opposite of thick-skinned, right? So he said, I'm very thin-skinned, and that didn't bother me. Okay. So you know, you're a bit paranoid, maybe.
Yeah.
Ultimately, he was saying, you didn't say anything wrong, so don't worry. You know, thanks for saying sorry, but you didn't say anything wrong. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that was probably the last time I said sorry. But it's not difficult for me to say sorry. Yeah. If I did something wrong to you, I would say sorry. But I don't think I've ever had occasion to say sorry to you.
No. Me neither. You've never said anything offensive to me.
No.
I don't think I've ever said anything offensive to you.
No, you haven't said anything offensive to me. Yeah, in our conversations, we tend to say a lot of things, and it's always nice, but we never say anything offensive.
Yeah, you know. We try to focus on the positive.
On the positive.